Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Rwanda, Your Eminences, Your Excellencies, esteemed delegates, distinguished guests, fathers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen. I deem it a great honor to have been invited to take part in this 20th Plenary Assembly of SECAM, taking place here in Kigali. My first word is of sincere gratitude and appreciation for the invitation graciously extended to me by His Eminence Fridolin Cardinal Ambongo, the President of SECAM. Merci, Votre Eminence and cher ami. I bring cordial greetings to all of you from the members of the Federation of the Asian Bishops' Conferences, FABC, of which I am the President. Accompanying me is Reverend Father William LaRousse, the Assistant Secretary General of the FABC. Our federation includes 17 Episcopal conferences, 2 synods of Oriental churches, and 3 associate members spread through South, Southeast, East, and Central Asia. Dear brothers and sisters, we are all going through a very important ecclesial moment, which began with the clarion call given in 2021 by our beloved Pope Francis of revered memory for a synod on synodality. The Universal Church has since been engaged in the process of implementing the synodal directives in the various geographies of the globe. We are also celebrating the Holy Year of the Jubilee of Hope, which reminds us that we are all pilgrims of hope, called to be witnesses and signs of hope in a world that yearns for the light of Christ to pierce in darkness. In this context, the theme that you have chosen for your plenary assembly, Christ, source of hope, reconciliation, and peace, is most relevant and challenging, as it resonates deeply amid this continent's ongoing conflicts and humanitarian crisis, and calls the Church in Africa to reflect and discern how it can effectively present Christ as the source of hope, reconciliation, and peace in a continent plagued by war, strife, and economic disparity. Your vision of the Church family of God in Africa for the next 25 years promises to renew this continent with a deeper spirit of communion, rooted in synodality, empowering the laity, healing wounds of division, and boldly witnessing to Christ through justice, peace, and authentic African values that reflect the gospel. The Church in Asia would thus like to express its solidarity and fraternal support in all the efforts of the Church in Africa to respond to its call to be a relevant sign of Christ's hope in a continent that needs Him so dearly. The Church in Asia, too, is engaged in sincere efforts to respond wisely to the various challenges it faces every day, such as the sufferings of the poor, the deprived, and the marginalized, the anguish of the refugees, migrants, and the displaced, as well as of indigenous people seeking greater acceptance and respect from the higher social strata, the groaning of nature with wounds of exploitation, climate change, and global warming, the voices of women, asking for a more inclusive church that respects their dignity and recognizes their rightful place. The rising voices of extremism that needs to be responded to wisely. The conflict areas that call for dialogue and reconciliation. Dear sisters and brothers in Africa, by journeying together as two continental churches along the synodal path, we will serve the world with greater commitment and credibility. Let us assure our peoples that the Catholic Church will always work for a better world and the good of all the people. I do nurture a firm hope that our shared vision, particularly at the intercontinental level, will gain a new shine with the active collaboration of all those involved in building a truly synodal church at the global level. Let us contribute our strengths, embrace the challenges ahead, and work together towards attaining these our common goals for the good of the Church, for the good of Africa, for the good of Asia, for the good of humanity. I wish you all a fruitful plenary assembly of SECAM. Thank you.
We are grateful to you, Your Eminence, for this solidarity.